So the more we get to automate that process, the more time we can allocate to the other things we can do. So we have as well the repayment process that is it used to be very painful. If you need more members, if you need more tools, how to scale, rather than on the day-to-day manual work.
Please tell me more about you, Javier. What do you do? Who are you? And what do you do at Payflow?
Okay, so yeah, I'm Javier. I'm an industrial engineer here in Madrid. My background is in investment banking in BBVA, also background in management consultant in BCG, other startups, venture builder and etc. And from the last 2 years, I've been working in Payflow as a strategy and finance director, senior VP. And yeah, basically here we run the operations for the finance team for all the markets we operate in Spain, in Portugal, also in Latin America. We have operations in Colombia and Peru. And yeah, basically that's it.
How is the finance team now structure at Payflow? How does it work? Or how your day looks like?
Well, we try to organize finance at Payflow, controlling them in the headquarters here in Spain, but having local members in all the markets we operate. And we divide the finance department in what we call 2 different sections. One would be traditional finance department duties, like I don't know, accounting, payroll, accounts payable, accounts receivables, etc., and business modeling, and that's it. And also the other part is one very specific part from our business model, which is what we call the repayments. So that's basically where payroll helps us the most. And help us focusing on the other part of the finance section that is also very important. So the less time we dedicate and we allocate from the members to the other section that is specific from our business model, the more we can allocate to what's finance overall in other business.
Yeah, so of course, right? So you want to focus on your core business, the things that you care the most, rather than back office tooling that doesn't really add a lot of value. So you've been here for 2 years, so you were here where, it was the beginnings of Payflow.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, how was the team? Was it like you and somebody else? Was it also like ARAP? And now has it evolved a lot from 2 years to now?
Yeah, actually, when I joined, I think we were like 10 people in Payflow.
Not like 30, 50, no? 30.
Well, we're even more. We are around 70 across all markets. So yeah, we've grown a lot. I was the first member of a finance team, so the department grew with me, and we started to add new members across the different markets. And yeah, basically at the beginning we had to run all the operations, all the spreadsheet, very routinary with very manual processes. But yeah, if we are growing very quickly in sales, we have to grow very quickly in finance as well, because if not, the operations don't scale. And I mean, we don't want finance to be the bottleneck of a company. So we need to be prepared for all the growth that sales team and other departments are growing. So finance team are never a bottleneck in the organization.
That is something very interesting, because one of the things, and the reason why we started Payable is that there's this kind of financial operations where it's dependent on the more you sell, the more invoices you create, the more complicated it gets at the operational side of things, right? And what do you think, if you have any idea, but what do you think has changed, and now there's this kind of finance function that is very important? Because if you're the chief revenue officer, the sales team, you'll never want to say, I cannot scale and put more money in marketing because we're not able to track the money because we don't know where the invoices are.
Exactly. Yeah, so basically when I joined, we were around 50, 70 clients. Now in Spain, we are more than 500. And it was very useful for us to see the example and the experience with the Spanish market, because we are replicating that in other markets. And now we, for example, in Colombia or in Peru, that we are moving from 1 year to another to 0 to 100 clients. We are being able to scale as quickly as a sales team grows, because in Spain, of course, we needed to create the processes, we needed to research for the tools that help us scale. But now that we have it for the Spanish market, we are scaling in the other markets with the facility that we wanted at the beginning. So it was a challenge at the beginning because, of course, finance or operations were at the time the bottleneck, because we couldn't be able to handle all the manual processes and the hard work to do for all the clients that we were having. It was like dying from success. But right now we have all of the processes, all of the operations running, all of the tools and integrations, so we are able to scale from 0 to 100 and achieve the next level from 100 to 500 in all the markets. And Spain is leading that scale process, and we hope we can move in Spain from 500 to 5,000. So that would be quite amazing.
Yeah, 100%. And I want Payflow to be that tool
sure.
that can help you scale to the 5,000 to the 10,000. So basically, one of the things we're saying is you join, you were at the very beginning where you're like the 50 customers. First, you have to learn what breaks, what is not working. Try to understand all the details of the process. Then use Spain as your kind of key market. Define the process, and then when you define the process and find maybe a tool or something that can then allow you to say, okay, now we're 50, let's do 500, now from 500 to get to the 5,000.
Yeah, and I think in that process it's very important to do it end to end, even though you have other members in the organization, but that the person that is in charge of making it efficient, making it scalable, that put themselves in the hands of all of the members in the organization. So that's the process end to end, and understand all of the pains we are having in the process, so you can find different hacky solutions at the beginning, then the tools properly designed to do the work. So if you haven't done the process end to end, you are not able to understand all the pains the team are having, so you are not going to build the solution that they need. So it's very important that you start doing end to end when you have few clients, so you understand all the pain they are suffering, so you build the solution to be working when we have 500, 1,000 clients.
Yeah, so I get it. So it's kind of in a way, it's be scrappy. When you get to product market fit, then have the tools and the learnings to scale, right? Because if you try to put processes and not from end to end before, when you're too small, or in just a section, maybe you're not really finding the best solution out there.
Yeah, and at the very beginning, probably those tools are quite expensive for the size you're having. You shouldn't be expending time on expensive solutions rather than a sales team that brings you traction, right? So at the beginning you should be spending the money in more operations, more activations, more customers, more clients. So try to survive as you can with the operation and finance team, and once you prove that the traction is there, the operations and finance team should be ready to start scaling and finding those solutions.
Amazing. Okay, sweet. Okay. And then moving to Payflow, so how's it going? How has been the experience of using Payflow? I know Alvaro shared that he's more heads down, but how is helping you in your run, your function to scale?
So as I said before, like in our business model, we have a very peculiar thing, that is that we have, on top of all of the financial items and matters that any organization has, we have as well the repayment process. That is it used to be very painful, and it used to take a lot of focus from me, from Alvaro, and a lot of people in the organization. So the more we get to automate that process, the more time we can allocate to the other things we can do, and to be on top of improving them. Because at the end of the day, when you lost yourself in the routine or the day-to-day manual processes, you don't get the time to improve them, or I don't know, to be on top of all the news that are out there of finance, for example. If you are not up to date with what's happening with Silicon Valley Bank, you are not able to move the money you have from the US to Europe. So you need time as well to be focusing more in the big picture, how to
strategic.
Exactly. So how you organize the team, if you need more members, if you need more tools, how to scale, rather than on the day-to-day manual work. And I think tools like Payflow are helping us a lot in that process, because we are getting to take the time out of the manual routine to make it an automatic routine, so we have the time to think and to redesign all the processes.